Alright, so we have Carlos Condit, the natural born killer, versus Max Griffin. So Condit, he's got a 3-inch height advantage. Yeah, 3-inch height advantage. And he's coming off a 2-fight win streak, which is, quite impressive at his age. But, hasn't been against the best competition, but it is what it is. Same with Max Griffin, he's coming off a 2-fight win streak. So we'll see who, makes it 3 and who goes to the back of the line. Break down the striking of these two. So for Carlos Condit, he's very unorthodox with his movement and his angles that he throws at. He'll throw like a weird, like a lead uppercut to like a right overhand. Just kind of unorthodox combinations, and he's always been like that. So there's no fix. There's no bringing it back now. But yeah, he's still like that. Whereas Max Griffin, he tries to be very fundamental. Keep that high guard, everything pretty much down the line. Jab, primarily uses his jab to set up everything else. I'd say his jab is his best punch. Likes the 1-2 to either the body or the head. Yeah, as I said before, very fundamental. Always looking to move his feet, not be a still target. High guard, jab, and the two mostly. And for Carlos Condit, as I said before, unusual combinations. Like, he'll kind of plant his feet and just start throwing like a 2-punch combination or a 3-punch combination, such as like a lead uppercut, straight right to a left hook or something like that. Just unusual combinations that you're not used to being hit by trainers, unless they're kind of unorthodox as well. But generally, you're going to get people that are throwing 1-2-3s, 2-3s, 3-2s. But can catch people off guard, and he has had a lot of success with that in his career. So there's no way to stray from that, I guess. He also likes just the lead left hook and the counter left hook. Obviously the one that he caught Dan Hardy with was one of the nicest KOs in history, in my opinion. So obviously, yeah, got a really nice left hand. But where Carlos Condit has struggled mostly in his career is the grappling, and I think Max Griffin's going to want to look into that route if he wants to win here. So Max Griffin, he has pretty good wrestling. He'll go for a straight right to set up his takedowns, and then he goes for the takedowns on the fence, mostly the double leg dump on the fence. Looks for the double unders, inside, outside leg trips. He's got decent takedowns. And when he gets you down, he'll mostly just sit in half guard and try and land short ground and pound. Doesn't have the best top control, but it doesn't take much to control Carlos Condit on the ground. How these guys win fights. So for Carlos Condit, for both, both have good cardio, both push a solid pace, both have good shins, both are very durable in general. How these guys lose fights. So for Max Griffin, he has quite slow hand speed, in my opinion. He does make up for it with the length that he has, but he's matched in length in this matchup. But yeah, his jab's his best weapon, but generally doesn't have the fastest hand speed or does anything really quickly, if I'm being honest. And for Carlos Condit, it's a terrible takedown defense. Past the victory for these two. So for Carlos Condit, obviously look to keep it on the feet. If you do get taken down, don't accept bottom position. Try and get back to your feet instead of just locking your guard and trying to play jits for some reason. But yeah, mix in kicks, slip the jab, and then throw combinations of your own, because, Max Griffin's going to be looking for that jab. A lot of the time pumps it out without throwing anything behind it, so look to slip that, come back with combinations. And for Max Griffin, 1-2 at distance, low calf kick, obviously he's from a different generation, so, introduce him to the low calf kick and, let him know how it feels really. But also the 1-2 when he closes distance. But just really, just take him down and control him. Like, don't bother on the feet. You should be able to take this guy down, honestly. How I see the fight playing out. So, Carlos Condit, he's just from a different generation, he's hardly worked on the gaping hole in his game, which is takedown defense. It's always been a problem for him, and he still hasn't fixed it to this day. I think Griffin should be able to take him down and control him. On the feet, it will be competitive. Lean Griffin, I think the jab will be landing quite a bit. But, I just hate betting Max Griffin as a favourite. Like, he'll go out of his way to make fights close, no matter the stylistic matchup. Like, you just watch every Max Griffin fight, basically, until the finish or, until the bell. It's basically 50-50. They're just going 1-for-1. So I really don't like betting Max Griffin as a favourite, because he just doesn't put his stamp on fights, But yeah, I'm probably not going to bet him here unless I get a really solid edge on the line. But yeah, I already know he's just going to piss me off if I do bet him when he just stands and trades with Carlos Condit in the pocket. So yeah, I don't really love betting Max Griffin, but he should win here. Alright, so the prediction is Griffin by decision. I think he should win around 70% of the time, but I think he's probably just going to make it close as usual, which is going to be annoying, but it is what it is. A few bets I was looking at was Griffin as a favourite, yeah. Like $1.69, minus 145, like small. I don't trust the dude at all, but I think that's value, but it doesn't seem like it's heading that way. Don't want to bet him at this price, no way. I hate the props as well. Nah. I don't like anything on this fight, honestly, until Griffin gets to that price.